Does fasting really help build resilience, help my metabolic markers significantly, or am I just depriving my body of nutrition? Is it more a test of my willpower and impulse control, or is it a real health benefit?
Oh, that's a good one. So I think it is a real health benefit. First, by addressing this metabolic switching that we talked about. So your ability to be flexible on that has a number of health benefits that have been proven. The other one is that fasting seems to be directly correlated with a reduction in inflammation. So it turns out that overly relying on glucose and developing insulin resistance increases the level of inflammation, which is really one of the core markers of aging. Right? That's one of the core things. Inflammation is really the core of why we age. So I think in both those cases, fasting is really useful for improving health. And I think that, whether it's the metabolic switching or the inflammation that you want to look at, there are a bunch of benefits.
Yeah. And just to add to that, as discussed earlier, fasting up to a certain point gives you a lot of benefits. Beyond a certain point, you have to be careful with the very long fast because of the muscle mass loss, electrolyte imbalance, and so on. So do anything, I would say, more than a 36-hour fast, do it sort of a little bit more thoughtfully, so that you're not getting the downside, but you get all the upsides.
Yeah, that's a great point. And I think particularly I have found that women who are trying to get pregnant, or women actually have an incredible change in their metabolic state with pregnancy, also sometimes with birth control, because it impacts those hormones. So I think that you need to be thoughtful about fasting in that context. And I think it's important. Your body generally gives you pretty good feedback. So if you're not feeling good, it's good to take a step back and think about what you're doing. And I like those boundaries that you set. Somewhere between 18 and 36 hours is really where most people should play.
Yeah. And one other comment I want to make is there's a very interesting article by Dr. Stacy Sims, who focuses on this topic. And she said for women, you have to be especially careful of exercising in a fasted state. For men, exercising in a fasted state doesn't seem to have any issues. For women, her research seemed to indicate there are certain things that don't work well. So that's something that we all need to keep in mind as we think about what type of fasting regimen. But I think one could relatively safely stick to the 18 to 36 hours without too much of a worry. It's just the longer ones. Make sure we get the right guidance on your specific case.